What's up, guys? It's GameBlock Ultimate, and we're back with the tier list series of this journey. So last time we talked about low tiers, don't work that much, but now we're going on mid tier. Now, like I said, this is my opinion, and mid tiers there are characters that have like about a couple of struggles, but they can actually do better than the low tiers. So we're gonna I have split the mid tier into two areas. Low mid, which characters that were close for putting I was close for putting as low tier, but they're barely mid tiers. And then mid tiers who are just absolute mid tiers. So let's just get started. And the first character I got is Ridley. Now Ridley, I'm not bad with him, but he's got some struggles. He doesn't really have that much combos. Neutral is terrible. The only best move he probably has is Nair, and that's why there's literally a Smash Bros. Player who mains Ridley that's called Nair, I'm pretty sure. His recovery is okay, but it's it's not, but it's way more worse. You can't really get yourself out of bad situations. His neutral B, it's good for edge guarding, but yeah. He loses to several matchups. He's light. He's combo food. And for some reason, if y'all have not heard by now, even though y'all should have heard since the beginning of the game, he's lighter than Samus and Dark Samus. Like, how is that possible? To be honest, they try to fit Ridley in the game, and I think he's just not meant to be in this game. He's probably meant to be a boss. I wasn't really hyped for Ridley, but it's not really about what I like or not. I just feel like no one touches Ridley. Tweaky used to play Ridley a bit, but that was like during 2019 era, or the beginning of Smash era. And other than that, I don't really see any other people who played Ridley before. Nair is currently playing Ridley online, but that's literally the only person I know. I just feel like maybe they can make his moves faster or actually improve his recovery. He'll probably be a solid character, but until then, he's still mostly in the mid-tier area. He's barely mid-tier, he's close for low tier. Okay, so do you remember when there was a character that came out in E3 from 2019? Everyone was hyped for this character for a while. What was it? Oh yeah, Banjo-Kazooie. Well, was Banjo-Kazooie broken? Sorta. Is he top tier? No. So, yeah, the next character is Banjo. Here's the problem. Online, he is kind of campy, but no one really uses him that much online, and he's not really much a camp character. He's got some good setups with his neutral beats. Down B, it's not really that much a problem to deal with much. Down air, I don't know, he probably has one of the worst breaks in the game. He just has a terrible neutral. He literally has to just camp. He literally can't that much approach. His down throw does have a burning animation, but the only combo you can probably get from that is up tilt or up smash, which is not really a good thing. His recovery is pretty decent, being one of the only characters with a triple jump. Even most people forget it. But the problem I have with Banjo is that he's just too slow. Like, he doesn't really have that much combos. He literally just has to camp with down B, which is annoying. Not much people play him. Tweak used to play the character, but yeah, other than that, that's. But people do play now. Terror Bear, Wolfen, Leon kind of plays him a bit as a secondary, but yeah. And Wonder Wing is too slow, so it's really easy to just get off of. But you could use it for a combo finisher, but no one's really going to be falling for that move unless they're just that stupid. And that's really much I have to say about Banjo. Okay, so yeah, sorry about that. The next character I have for this list is Bowser Jr. Like as Banjo, the character was hyped in the beginning, but when we all played him, he was just basically like Banjo as a campy character. Junior online, if this was on my tier list, Junior would have been way higher, but offline, he's just that predictable. Yeah, of course, side B and up tilt's a good combo starter. The neutral B is kind of slow, Up B does have some kill confirms. Down B does as well, but I don't know much. Just that Junior has a hurt box where his part of the body everywhere but the collect card Junior just takes more damage from, which is kind of messed up. He is kind of combo food. He doesn't really get around on offline that much. And the fact that he has a hurt box on his part of the body, which is more critical, is kind of messed up. I just don't think Junior's really that known of a person. People literally forgot about him. And Tweak, he used to play Bowser Jr. in Smash 4, but this is Ultimate, so. And some characters that I know that play him, Young Eevee and Snormanda, those are some of the Junior players I know. They're actually really doing good online, but this is for offline tier list, so you really can't do nothing with these characters offline. Except for Ketchup was one of the best Junior players offline. Spike and Ketchup, they might be the same person, I'm not sure. But I haven't really seen them around much or heard from them. So they might have a separate opinion about what they think about Junior, but for me, I still think he's like barely a mid tier. So the next character I had this character way lower last time I made the tier list, but after for some time I kind of thought that this character is probably better than I thought, but barely, and that's Duck Hunt. Here's the thing, Duck Hunt in Smash 4, bad. This game, basically nothing changed from him. From the beginning of Smash Ultimate, and he did have some side B combo that took to like 50%, but they nerfed him, and they nerfed that move. So I just feel like Duck Hunt's like one of the campiest characters. It's easy to get around him offline because his projectiles are kind of slow. The can is kind of unpredictable, and you could self-damage yourself with it. Down B comes way too slow, but it could lead to some combos like that to down air. It could kill confirm at around 60. But the only player I know is Rido, who plays Duck Hunt. He's played him since Smash 4. He's actually done a lot with this character, and he got to the top 8 for Evo with this character. He might be the only player that could plays him though, so. The main problem I probably have is this character is that he really depends on projectiles. He really can't approach much. Even though his neutral is kind of a campy game, if he doesn't have projectiles and you're approaching, you're in trouble. And his recovery is... He can't do nothing in his recovery, unless you're just that smart with it. He is easy to get edge guarded, so that's another thing that gets him this low. I don't really think Duck Hunt can get any higher than this, even with any of the buffs. Because he has a terrible playstyle, and I just don't think it's really that enough to get him even to high tier or to high tier at all. Rido might have a different opinion, but like I said, I'm not Rido. I'm not the best Duck Hunt player at all. He's actually one of my worst characters in the game, actually, so... He's actually one of my worst, so... Sorry, Rido. So, you want to know who's the worst Mii fighter out of all three of them? Mii Sword Fighter. And, yeah, he's next. So, here's the thing. The reason why he's probably the worst is that his special set is terrible. His counter, well, I can't really say nothing with it. I just feel like he just gets camped out the most, and he can't really do much against any other characters. Not much people play this character, and it kind of makes sense. He doesn't really have any broken stuff. He's basically just like a junk character, to be honest. he hasn't terrible neutral. Sometimes he might have to camp out, which most sword characters doesn't really do. All of his recoveries are kind of vulnerable. And besides that, not much. I don't think any pro players plays them. The only players I know who played this character, Danklin and Mystic, which they haven't really won any majors at all. So, of course, Neutral B, the Gust win from his Neutral B is a good kill confirm sometimes. He does require some spacing, like some of the other characters. And besides that, like I said before, not much people play him. He's got a terrible neutral game. He really depends on camping, which all his camping tools are not really that good. And knowing that Gunner has the same thing, she actually has a better camping game than him. But we'll talk about the other Mii fighters later in the video. But this is probably Mii so far is probably the worst Mii fighter out of all three of them. So that's all. That's what I have to say about him. The next character I have for this is King K. Rool. I think I put him a lot lower last time, but after seeing him online, I think my opinion changed. Okay, his approach game might be terrible. He might have to camp like most of the other characters does. His forward smash is busted though. It can probably kill at around 30. But the crown projectile can get him to out of some crazy situations, and it's actually one of the best combo tools in the game. Neutral B is really good off stage. His up B can actually probably kill on the top, but that's all from the specials. His aerials might be a little slow, but with the crown he can actually probably get a kill from with most of the aerials. The thing that's problem with King K. Rool is that he's just slow. He can get an edgeguard easily. He's combo food, and he does kind of depend on camping much. But with this heavy armor, which can kind of break sometimes, it's actually one of the best kind of a good mechanic for King K. Rool. And the fact that he can lose his crown, that can be some trouble, because if the opponent has the crown, you're literally in the big trouble. Because there are some situations where they can actually combo with the crown, because it's actually one of the best combo tools by itself. But if you could just keep your crown safe, then it shouldn't be a problem for you. Some players that I know who play King K. Rool, Kirby Kid, who's actually been doing good online and offline with him. He did went to the Infinity Con. I think he got top 8. I'm not sure. He probably didn't. And Ben Gold, I think he's like one of the best K. Rool players in Australia, according to what Little Z and Puppet said. So you might have to ask him about that. But I just think K. Rool has a chance of being high tier maybe if he just gets buffed, because his neutral B did kind of get nerfed in the beginning of the Smash Bros. Series. And that's really much I can really say about King K. Rool for now. And this character is from the Donkey Kong series as well. It's not only within himself, Donkey Kong. I know most people have him way lower than this, but I have my reasons. Like King K. Rool, he is combo food. He can get easily edgeguarded, and he has a terrible recovery. And his moves are slow, but that's just it. Punch, neutral B is good off stage. The side B works a lot better in this game than all the other Smash Bros. Games. Down B is a good way to get comebacks, and is one of the best spikes, I think. Well, in my opinion. Up B is really good on stage. I think that's probably one of the best up Bs, too. Here's the thing. There's a lot of situations that can happen with him with his cargo throw. You could take someone off stage and throw him off. You could throw him up at the top. The cargo throw to up throw up air. one of the best kill confirms in game. But like I said, he does get edge guard easily. But he actually has a good horizontal recover. Because there might be a chance that you might recover from like 10 feet from the stage. There's a chance that you might come back because there is a hitbox in this recovery. So that is one thing, but it's not completely invincible where you can literally hit him from the top or the bottom part from him. But that's really just the only problem. I just think if Donkey Kong got buffed, he could probably make it around higher in the mid-tier area, but he's just kind of slow. He's actually, well, not really. He's actually one of the fastest heavies. I just think he just gets comboed easily, and he has type of recovery. And his neutral's good, because I've played against some good online DK players, and they really know how to... Forget about the ad. They really know how to play this character. Characters I know who play Donkey Kong, Chucky Kong, who's been doing the best at it, Konga, who I don't think he plays much of it online. Alright, next character we have is Bayonetta. And sadly, this is not the Bayonetta that we know from Smash 4 that's killed the Smash 4 game. This is a way worse one. Bayonetta probably got nerfed from Smash 4 the most. Her combos that she had doesn't work no more. Her neutral game's terrible. She can't really just be camping with neutral beat like she did last game. Basically, everything about her from Smash 4 that they changed in Ultimate is basically what I have to say. But some players who do play her, Tamin, who's probably one of the best offline. There's Fwog, and then Bloom Forever, who just, I think, killed it with Bayonetta in the Smash World Tour. So, there's not really much people who play Bayonetta. I feel like Bayonetta's got forgotten. Like, how could you not forget her? She dominated Smash 4, but like I said, this is Ultimate, so she's just so close for not winning that stuff. She was actually close for low tier. I almost put her in the low tier, but she barely made it. She made it out of it. I almost put her in mid tier, but she's barely in mid tiers. There's really not much you could say from Bayonetta. She's basically everything worse than how she was in Smash 4. So, yeah. Alright, and the last character to end up the barely made it to mid-tier tier list, also known as low mid-tier, is Meta Knight. Like Bayonetta, one of the Smash Bros. Games, he was like one of the best, and then sometime later on, they nerfed him and got worse. Like, Brawl Meta Knight was the best, but they literally changed everything in Smash 4, but he was like in top 20 or 15. But this one is probably the worst. Here's the thing. Meta Knight, well, he can't really camp. He doesn't have that his tornado. They changed their tornado almost every game, and this one's almost like an attack one now. It actually has a hitbox where you can actually kill off stage. It doesn't really kill that much on stage. Side B probably works the same way. I can't really say much about up B or down B. But the thing is, Meta Knight kind of gets camped out. He can get comboed easily. He has some of the same combos from Smash 4, but they don't really work that well. I can't really say much about Meta Knight because I don't really see that much people play him. MKLeo kind of plays him as one of his secondary or pocket characters. Bonk is probably the Meta Knight main. Abadongo, who plays Meta Knight online a bit. I see people who use Meta Knight as secondaries, mostly. And I can't really say much about Meta Knight because he literally just gets camped out. Not Sonic the Hedgehog way, but he's just not. I can't really say nothing about the character, man.
Tonight,
He just everything he has is just bad. Everything he has in this game is just as bad, and I can't really say much about this character, man. But if they could just make him how he was in Smash 4 and give him those types of buffs, then yeah, Meta Knight would be a top tier character, but he's not really, so. Alright, so now we got to the absolute mid area. I'm gonna have to be quick with these characters because this one might be more lengthier than the regular one, but to kick off the character who's barely in the mid tier, Villager. Like Isabelle, he is kind of campy, but his specials actually work better, and he actually has better combos. Forward Smash is pretty good off stage. His Timber is probably one of his best mechanics or best moves in the game. His Lord Rocket's actually more better than Isabelle's. Well, not really. It's less campier. But the one I have a Villager, that's basically it. He can't really approach much. He mostly depends on camping. And one of the characters that I know who played this guy, well, one of the players I know, is Kept. He actually did well in Frostbite. And he's been doing well online, because, like I said, Villager is meant for online. So, that's all I really have to say much about Villager. Alright, next character that I have for this tier, I think I put this character way lower last time. And I kind of regret putting it this high, but as most people say, Wii Fit Trainer is actually sometimes a mid tier for them or high tier. I'm just putting mid tier here. So Wii Fit Trainer, like most characters, depends on camping. Deep breathing is a good mechanic where it's almost like Buster for Schultz, but it's really like an RNG thing. And there's actually some good kill combo setups with his deep breathing when Wii Fit Trainer has rage mechanic. She just depends on camping. Her aerials and disjoints are kind of messed up. She doesn't really have that much good combos after deep breathing, because she's basically like a regular character with deep breathing, without deep breathing, but with deep breathing, Wii Fit Trainer is like a whole new character. Well, more powerful character. It's basically her Arsene. And players I know who play this guy, this depends on which skin you use, is Varen. I think that's how you say it. Varen. I don't know if that's how you say it or not. Don't hate me for not saying it right, but yeah, Varen is like one of the best Wii Fit players out there. Alright, the next character that I have for material is Robin. To be honest, he's probably the least, I wouldn't call him worse, but he's just the least best Fire Emblem character. He is probably one of the most campiest Fire Emblem characters, but his combos are pretty decent. Yeah, his neutral is kind of okay. He can come from there is some cases where he can sometimes just be a campy character or a character that can approach. But the problem is, like, if you saw from the trailer, he has limits from these moves. And it is all RNG based, so you don't know how. Well, you know when you have certain time for a move, but when you don't, at a time when you need that move and you don't have enough, that can be a problem. But if Robin didn't have that problem where where his moves were limited, he probably would have actually been high tier or something like that. But I just feel like he's just kind of slow a bit. Yeah, he's actually one of the slowest characters in the game, I think. But I just think Robin's limit is probably just ruining him from winning. Some players that I know who play this character, Angel, who's been playing him a lot good online, and then there's Joel, who you can see on the screen now. He just plays him offline, mostly. I don't know if Angel played him offline, but these are literally the only two players I'm seeing right now, so. The next character I have on this tier, another problem character, is Marth. Well, here's the thing. Marth has been one of the oldest Smash Bros. Characters. He's gone from being one of the best characters, and then he's been getting lower and lower and lower. Marth, he was actually like top 5 in Melee. top 10 in Brawl, top 20 in Smash 4, and now he's gotten way worse. The tipper effect, it's really hard to get now. That's literally what ruins the whole thing. Because if you're on stage with Marth, there's probably a chance that you won't kill the opponent until like around 100 something, because unless you have the tipper effect, and but there's rarely chips where you can get it. And sometimes the tipper effect can actually be critical and you can kill opponents at like 40 or something like that. But if you don't have the tipper, then you're literally just a regular sword character. It's basically Robin's Levin sword. No, Robin's regular sword. Here, Marth has been one of my characters for a long time. I've probably put a lot of work with Marth in most Smash Bros games, and all for probably my whole Smash Bros time I've been playing it. But in this game, he's just got worse. He's probably the worst variation of Marth. Maybe if they fixed him up like they did in Smash 4, because there was some time where Marth was actually in the lower area, but then they buffed him around the ending of Smash 4. But MK Leo's probably like the only Marth players out. Is probably the only character that plays Marth, and he does it. And that's not even his main. That's like one of his secondaries. So that's really what I have to say about Marth. I just hope they can actually make him better, because Marth was actually one of my favorite characters to play for my whole Smash Bros. Area career and all that. But since they've been adding way more Fire Emblem characters, I just haven't been using Marth much. But yeah, because there's more Fire Emblem characters that just outshine this character. Lucina, she's 10 times better than Marth. Everything that Marth struggles with, she can actually do better with. So there's really no point for touching this character at this point, but MKLeo literally just touches almost every character, so... Well, not touch like that, but he just plays almost every character in the game, so... He's probably one of the first characters just to play Marth in Smash 4, but... I haven't seen him play much in Ultimate, so... Maybe we can get MKLeo Ultimate Marth again? Maybe? Alright, the next character I have for mid tier is Mewtwo. Back then, Mewtwo was pretty good, but since all these nerfs happen, she's been getting lower. But Mewtwo is actually one of my best characters. I can actually kind of see Mewtwo getting close for being a top tier, because Melee he was terrible, but he was actually got pretty good in Smash 4. He basically almost has everything for Smash 4. His down throw is a good combo too. Down throw and down tilt, those are some good combo starters. You can actually get down throw to forward can actually kill confirm. And no charge neutral B can actually come with the fair. But you have to be lucky with that one. As long as you just know what your opponent does, you'll know what kill confirm you can do. But I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Mewtwo's main struggle with this game is. And that's his tail. His hitbox in his tail is basically like Piranha Plant's down B, but it's not as bad as it. Because I don't know if I explained about Piranha Plant, because down B, you can get hit from certain areas of down B that make no sense at all. And that's probably what makes him worse and why down B is useless for him. But it just got some good mechanics in the game, like teleport cancel. It's a good way to trick your opponent sometimes. His Shadow Balls can actually bring some good comebacks. Confusion is pretty good. I would say he has a good recovery, because he can actually do a lot off stage. He's got some of the best edge guards. And some characters that I know that play Mewtwo, Wadi, almost everyone knows Wadi is that character. I've seen Not Bay play him on YouTube. I think they actually did do a first attempt Mewtwo Ditto, but I just really like how Mewtwo plays in this game. I think everyone knows that Mewtwo is probably a fun character. I think so as well, but I have not seen that much Mewtwo on mine except for Wadi and Not Bay. No, I don't think Not Bay played Mewtwo on offline. You can actually sub to him. He's actually on YouTube. He posts his videos sometimes daily, probably 2 times or 3 times a week. So yeah, let me just not get off topic with this. Let's just move on to the next character. Alright, the next character is probably the worst Link, and that's Toon Link. Toon Link, for his whole Smash Bros. Career, has been mid-tier this whole time. Smash 4, Brawl, and in this game, and he's no different. Knowing that he's probably got some moves from Ultimate, Toon Link is fast. He's actually got... His bombs can actually combo just as good as all the regular Links. Well, his bombs probably combo the best out of them. His forward smash is ridiculous. Back air can actually be a good combo, can actually be good off stage. Actually, all his arrows can actually be good off stage. I just think Toon Link is just probably just least used out of all of them. Because Link has probably got better from how he was before. Yeah, same with Link, but Toon Link just has not changed out of all the games. He literally plays the same way. And you really can't do nothing about that. So, characters who do play him are Jojo the Hobo. I think that's how you say him. It's kind of a weird name. And Marvelous Marco, who has been doing a lot online with him. And that's pretty much it about him. Alright, the next character that we have on the list is Rosalina Luma. And as with some most characters from this material, this character got nerfed. Rosalina Luma kind of struggle with some matchups. Luma dies more easily in this game. And he's just not really that as good as she was earlier. Some only characters I know who play are Dabuz. But let's talk about some things that she does not. Let's just talk about some differences in this game. Rosalina doesn't really have the much doesn't have the rage mechanic as it was in Smash 4. Up air killed way early. And that's pretty much it. I can't really say much about Rosalina Luma. Because other than that, nothing's really changed much from her from Smash 4, but she has decreased a bit. And like I said, I don't know if I said this, but there's only one player that plays this character, and that's probably one of his secondaries, and that's Dabuz. Y'all know Dabuz plays this character, so if y'all don't know Dabuz, then y'all shouldn't even be watching this video, because he's been playing Smash Bros. For almost this whole time, so. And sorry for all the cells I've been saying for enders, but I just feel like I don't really have much good ending quotes to say, so that's why I just keep saying that. Alright, and now the next character that we have, like I said, nerfed from how he was in Ultimate, no Smash 4. He actually might be more worse, I'm not sure, and that's Luigi. As y'all know, Luigi is the only character with the 0 to death combo that works on almost every character. And other than that, then that's really it. That's all, really much. Luigi can sometimes be a campy character, but that grapple thing off in the air and the neutral B, and that's really it for camping. And his recovery is pretty bad, more worse than Mario's, because if you don't get the misfire, then there's really much not you can do, and side B can really just get edge guarded. Up B is probably the worst. And Luigi Luigi does have some most good stuff, but he has some most bads to balance it out, which is probably why I put him in this area. But players who do play him are Sassy Flygon, Kyarash, I think that's how you say it, and Elegant, who's played him offline. And probably Elegant was actually one of the best Luigis in Smash 4. But we haven't really seen him do much offline, so we haven't seen him do much in this game. In Ultimate, I think he's actually probably got worse in Ultimate with Luigi. So hopefully they can actually buff Luigi. Well, not really. If they do buff Luigi, they can actually. There was actually one time where they nerfed Luigi with the 0 death combos, but people found a way out of that. So. Alright, so the next character I have for this here is regular Link. In Smash 4, he was actually probably like one of the worst. In Brawl, he was just way more terrible. Generally, on almost every Smash Bros. Game, he was the worst. This is probably the best Link by far. The remote bomb is what changed. It's probably one of his best moves. It's actually good recovery. It's actually good brain setup, it's one of the best combo tools. You can probably get. It's a good Z drop move. Well, the only one actually. And that's pretty much it. Link is more slower. He doesn't have that chain grab anymore. If he doesn't have the bomb, then his recovery is just bad. It really just is. He's not that much Camby. He probably has the least amount of combos out of the other links. His boomerang's alright, but that's pretty much it. But his moves do have better kill power than most of the links. His F smash could probably kill out around 70 or 60 or something like that. And some characters who do play this link are Cylinder, Cylintor, I think that's how you say it. I think he qualified for Smash World Tour in his region. And there's Bernie, which I've not seen him in a while, but he was actually one of the other best links other than Cylinder. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I think I got it. And other than that, that's really much it about Link. The next character I have for this tier list to end off the 3 L's. Well, if y'all talk about Luigi, Link, Lucas, they all start. Oh, yeah, it's Lucas. As y'all know, Ness is probably one of the best online characters out there, and he just outshined Lucas. Not much people know about Lucas, but actually, Lucas was actually probably one of my mains in Brawl. Yeah, he was actually one of my best characters. Lucas was my best character in Brawl. I didn't really have much experience with him in Smash 4. My ultimate, he's got his Z grab thing, which is, I don't know if that's what you call it, but that mechanic is so hard to pull off. It's really hard to pull off. That said, his recovery is better than Ness in all ways. His downbeat is probably not the best one. PK Freeze is way more usable than PK Flash. But here, the thing is, the real problem is that Lucas is just outshined by Ness. I don't really see that much problem with Lucas that much. He probably doesn't really have that much combos. But he can't really get edge guard because his recovery actually goes for it, but Ness just does better than him either way, so everyone just literally forgets about this character. But characters who do play him are Bluekiss and Web JP. So that's really much I had to say about this character. We got like 3 more characters in this tier list, so well for mid tiers to end it off. Alright, the last character now, well, regular character, because the next characters are Fires, but the last regular character that I have in this game is Sheik. Well, in this tier list is Sheik. As you all know, Sheik has some of the best combos in the game. But as many of y'all know, mostly y'all say, she can't kill. And that's not really true. She struggles to kill, but it's not like she can't kill. And she has been nerfed a lot from Smash 4 because Smash 4 she was probably actually like top 10 or something like that. She was a monster in that game. And she kind of is in this one too. Knowing that she might have been nerfed, she does have some new features and new combos and features that actually make her better in this game. Especially to heavies, she can combo the heck out of heavies. Her recovery is probably just as bad, but actually her recovery is pretty decent. She can actually go far off stage and forget about this loading thing. But some players to watch out for are Void and Sharp. They've both been doing good with Sheik online and offline, so just be careful with them. So let's get to the last 2 characters in this tier list. Okay, so the last two characters I have are Mii Brawler and Mii Gunner. Personally, I think Mii Gunner might be a little bit better than Mii Brawler, but I just don't know. Mii Brawler's got some of the craziest combos in this game. People have been underestimating this character. Some characters people might think is top tier. Down tilt, down throw are good, literally just good starters for kill confirms to up B. Like, you would not believe how early those moves can kill. But the thing is, if he's not, other than that, on stage he's great, but off stage, sometimes he can be crazy a bit off stage, but it depends. But some players who do play him, Ghost, Japanese players I cannot explain. Well, I don't think there's no. And Ghost, which is, I think he was actually one of the best Mii Brawlers before. ESAM uses him as a secondary. So, before you say the ESAM main is not Mii Brawler, it's not. It's just that he thinks this character is good. So, I'm not gonna blame him, because Mii Brawler does actually have some stuff that Mii Brawler does. Well, he just has some crazy things in this moveset. He's probably one of the craziest Mii fighters out of all three of them. And to end it off, Mii Gunner. This character can camp a lot. Half of his or her specials are campy moves. And that is crazy. Of course she can approach, but yeah. But it's not that much as how she can camp. We've seen a lot more Mii Gunners online, and since when we ever got Sans, people have been playing Mii Gunner a lot. But she does have some good camp kill confirms. She probably has the best recovery out of all of them. She's kind of quick, but she is way better off stage. She has some of the best edge guards there. Combos, starting combos, she probably has some of the best out of those. I just think that Mii Gunner probably has a better neutral than all three of them. And it's kind of crazy for me to think that, because I think back then I thought Mii Gunner was probably the worst out of them, but after seeing more of it and me playing more of Mii Gunner, I think she has the potential of being high tier, or maybe a top tier for online. So, and some people that do play him are Capitancito. I don't know how you say that, but she almost, I think she got top 8 for her regional Smash World Tour. And she lost to Tilde in the Juice Box recently, so this guy, I don't know what gender he is, but this player has been putting Mii Gunner's limits way too much. And I think that's just gonna end it off. I think we actually did good with these mid tiers. Tell me in the comments if you agree with this, or you have any ideas of who else is in tier. But this is pretty much it. So make sure to come back where we're gonna, in a few days, where the high tier section will come out. It might come out tomorrow, I'm not sure. Depends on when I have time to get it all done. But that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Make sure you check me out on Twitter and Instagram, where I have exclusive content there. And other than that, that'll be it. See y'all. GB out.